All right, y'all. So let's start off with some dream views. This is a LeBron James versus Kevin Durant argument that I've been always having with a lot of my friends, a lot of people that watch basketball, sports heads, all that. And we have debates, and we be having heated debates about this because, you know, everyone got their opinion. So let's start off with top 5 players of all times. I believe Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all times. To me, that's almost non-debatable. Number 2, Kareem is the second greatest basketball player of all times. I also believe that should be undebatable. 6 championships. 6. More MVPs than LeBron. More titles than LeBron. He actually went to college for 4 years and still played 20 seasons. I mean, God, this boy is he's a beast. You look up his college record, his college resume. This boy is just look it up. Undefeated. Just look it up. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. I won't say a peak more. Number 3, when it comes to greatest of all times, I'm going to say, this is a tough one for me, but I'm going to put Kobe Bryant in that number 3 spot. Kobe Bryant, third best basketball player of all times. 5 championships. I believe he had 7 appearances. The only flaw to me on his resume, it's the glaring one, is 1 MVP. I mean, that's just, I almost can't justify it. 1 MVP ain't enough. Number 4 on my list of greatest of all times, Larry Bird. I know what y'all's thinking. I know. Trust me, I get it. But my boy Larry Bird is the 4th greatest basketball player of all times. Look at what he did after college, going straight to the sucky garbage franchise called the Boston Celtics. Look what he did that first year. Turned them into a winning franchise. Brought him to the I almost cussed there. Brought him to the playoff. Oh my God, your boy's a monster. He roll out of bed, roll up the sleeve and say, all right, I'll hop on the 3-point shooting contest and wins that thing. 4th greatest basketball player of all times. Number 5. As of right now, that has to go to LeBron James. And I am not a LeBron James fan. I think he's overhyped. Don't think he is what y'all, a lot of some of the people in the media make him out to be. But, he is great. Put him at number 5. I think in that top 10 list, you also have people like Tim Duncan, Shaq. And it was debatable to put Tim Duncan in that number 5 spot. I'm telling you, it was a coin flip for me. It's a coin flip. Literally a coin, like flip a coin. It's a coin flip for me. Keep it in the bean. I'm only doing it for longevity purposes. I'm going to keep it a bean with you. Longevity purposes. Because honestly, I was really leaning towards Duncan. But like I said, Duncan, Shaq. I have Wilt. I mean, you can't just 100 points in the game. Dang, 100 points in one game. I don't even know. I got Magic. Because the points per game, man, I'm sorry. That matters. That matters. That matters. That matters, man. So points per game is... and then this is the one that's going to be really controversial. I got Kevin Durant, number 10. I know. People shaking their heads. People saying, what the F? Kevin Durant? Number 10? He's on the top 10? Kevin Durant? Boy, I'm here to tell you, if he wins 2 more championships, Kevin Durant's going to surpass LeBron on this champ. What? Kevin LeBron James is going to surpass, except for LeBron James, wow. Kevin Durant is going to surpass LeBron James on my list. Please don't get me started on that. My favorite players of all time was Michael Jordan. After Michael Jordan retired, I got swept over my foot by this basketball player reminded me of him. His name was Kobe Bryant. Come on, man. That boy was a monster. He was a beast. When they got into it, him and Shaq, I was on Team Kobe. I remember being a kid, sitting down, 2000s, watching him. Whew. Anyways, different story for a different day. Kobe Bryant is my man. I never really got into AI. I know a lot of people was into AI. I didn't gravitate to AI. I don't know what it was. It just wasn't into AI. Like, it just wasn't me. A lot of people I was growing up, I grew up in Delaware, right outside of Philadelphia. So pretty much Philly, we could throw a rock to Philly. I work in Philly. Philly airport for me is about a 30-minute drive, if that, depending on the time of day. So just to put into perspective how close Philly is, you know what I mean? I just couldn't get into AI. Like, I don't know. I liked him, but I didn't think I couldn't get into him. I just couldn't get into him. But so when you had that argument, I know people don't think about it now, but back in the day, it was a true argument between Kobe Bryant and AI. So I had to break this up a little bit. Apologize, there's gonna be a little bit of a gap there, but Kobe being Bryant and AI, there was really a debate. And I remember the shoes AI had for Reeboks. Them things was fire. Back in the day, them things you couldn't tell. Them things was fire. I give them that. Them shoes was fire. Them shoes was fire. I never owned a pair. I grew up kind of poor, but I wanted one. I wanted them. I remember when I was old enough to buy them and had money. I was like, that was kind of like coming back a little bit, low key, but it didn't really resonate with me. I was tempted, like, for old time's sakes, why not? I think I might buy it. Now I'm thinking about it, I might buy a pair for some basketball, I want a ball again. I might buy a pair for some basketball. I might buy a pair. See if I can find them online somewhere. You know what I mean? When spring comes out, I play basketball outside a lot, so I might cop a pair. But there's a debate. It's really a debate. To me, it's non-debatable. Non-debatable. So let's get into it. After Kobe Bryant, I started seeing this player in OKC named Kevin Durant. Mind you, LeBron had already been out doing his thing. But I saw Kevin Durant. I'm like, this kid is 7 feet tall, shooting free throws like that, hitting threes like that. His shots is butter. Whew, butter. And I remember watching this All-Star game. It might have been an All-Star game, or it could have been a USA game. And he was putting on the show. Durant, he was putting on the show. LeBron noticed. He peeped. He put him under his wing. He's like, oh, no. You going to stop me from getting somewhere. You come over here. You sit down over here. You come under my wing. A lot of people don't realize, well, maybe they do, but right now, it's Kevin Durant versus LeBron James. And it's been that way for, I would say, about 10 years. And that's where I got if y'all looking, that's what I got pulled up right now. So let's go into it. Let me tell you why I've been Team Kevin Durant over Team LeBron. Free throws, 3-point shots, just jump shooting, period. I have another graph I'm gonna pull up that's gonna show you where they shoot, where their shooting percentages are all across the court, and it's not even close. It's laughable, laughable. So let me pull up the chart. This is from the last generation, essentially, the last 10 years, from 2010 through 2018-19 season, as you can see on the chart. So here's Kevin Durant. Here is LeBron James. And this showed you the shots and how he puts it up. Now, I'm not going to be one of these hypocrites that's going to like give you some stats and then not show you the full page. So I'm going to show you the full page. Top 3 shooters in the league in the last 10 years. So they have Steph Curry as number 1. As you can see, his 3-point is just ridiculous. You had the big 3 of Kevin Durant, Steph, and Clay. So that helped. Lots of factors go into this. But you can see him from the 3-point line. I'd love to see what his stats are for this season. I don't think they're as good as they are before, but hey. More power to him. You found the system, it worked. You know, I'm not going to knock somebody for finding a good system that works so you can elevate your skills. So God bless him. All right. Look where the red is. The red is good. That's above average. Gray is about average. And then the blue is below average. And then they have some other stuff on there that showed you your frequency. The bolder the dots are, the more frequent, high frequency that they shoot those shots. So shoots a lot of threes. That's why those dots are bigger. Inside the paint, there's some big shots as well in the middle. Around free throw lines, some on the edges of those free throw lines, but yeah. So he was number 1. Guess who number 2 was? Your man Kevin Durant. But we're gonna skip Kevin Durant. We're gonna go right to LeBron. And look at LeBron. Look at LeBron. People say, look at his shooting average. It's about similar to KD's. Look at where he's shooting from. And look how big those dots are. Now, from around the paint, around the 3-point line, he's average. Average. Around free throw area, inside the paint, average. He is average. You see from the corner, he's a little bit above average. But he's average. He's a paint guy who can periodically shoot jumpers. Now let's go to Kevin Durant. So he comes at number 3 because the percentage that he shoots. But come on. Let's just laugh and giggle. Who's number 4? Klay Thomas. Let's see what his... Look at his... Come on. What are they doing judging... Fanboys of LeBron. If you go judge pure scoring or you're judging pure shooting on this one. This one's supposed to be pure shooting. But look at the red. Look where he's above average at. Look where he's still super above average at, which is in the corners. Man, your boy. James Harden. All around score. Dirt. Okay. Chris. Okay. I always thought Chris was a good shooter. I always thought he was underestimated as a shooter. But let's go to Kevin Durant. Goddamn. God, you see this red, folks? Do you see the red? Do you see? This is Kevin Durant. And his shooting. Shots. He's above average 3-point shooter. Everywhere except for that left corner 3. I don't know about that side. I don't know what's up with that side. Look at LeBron. Look at Kevin Durant. Look at LeBron. This is Kevin Durant. And this is LeBron. Folks, Come on, man. Come on. So, like I said, after it was Kobe, it was Durant for me. And then the person who was supposed to take Durant's place was supposed to be Blake Griffin. All right, let's not talk about that. All right, let's not talk about that one. All right, so this is 2010 and the finals winner of that one. That was Kobe Bryant. So Kobe Bryant won the 2010 finals. All right. I think we all could agree to that. 2011, we got Dirk, who beat LeBron. He had Tyson Chandler, an old Jason Kidd, an old Terry. Oh my God, bro. And he beat the big three of somebody who won a championship in Dwayne Wade, a 2010 guy, or at least was a 2010 guy, in Chris Bosh, and who you guys say is your king. Your king. Your MVP. And LeBron James. Came together and couldn't even beat Dirk. An older Dirk at that. Dirk? Dirk? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Let me tell you what LeBron did in the East. You got 8 teams that make the playoffs. You destroyed 2 of those 8 teams by taking the best players of 2 of those 8 teams and putting them on one team. Everyone wants to give KD crap because he joined the Warriors. He joined Staff a champion. What did LeBron do with Dwayne Wade? Dwayne Wade won the championship and a championship MVP. Steph was never a finals MVP. Never. Dwayne Wade was. And he was in the playoffs the year prior to LeBron joining the team. Guess who else was? Chris Bosh. You destroyed 2 teams. The Cavaliers. And you destroyed the Raptors. 2 teams were destroyed when you made those big threes. Get out of here. And then you have Paul George taking it to 7 games? Come on. Come on. 12 LeBron. 13 LeBron. 14 Kawhi. 15 you have Andre Iguodala. 16 you have LeBron, well-earned championship, by the way. 100% agree with that. 17 Durant. 18 Durant. 19 Kawhi. And then you have last year's championship, which is LeBron's. Everyone knows this should be Kevin Durant had he not torn his Achilles. But I'm not going to give him what could have or should have or would have, even though we all know what should have, could have, and would have. LeBron has 4 final MVPs in that decade. Kevin Durant has 2. Kawhi has 2. While LeBron's playing, Iguodala gets 1. Kobe gets 1. Dirk gets 1. Everybody's eating while LeBron's eating. I don't know what's going on with this dude. Bro, don't come to me with no LeBron crap. And I don't care what nobody say. Last year's championship in the Disney bubble was trash. They beat a team that right now, had to see if the season ends, would not make the playoffs and would be getting a lottery. They would be a lottery team. Think about that. They would be having a chance to getting the number 1 overall pick. And they ain't changed nobody on their roster of significance. That's who they beat last year in the finals. What? How many Hall of Famers did you beat in the finals? You know what people tells me? Well, head to head in the finals, Durant beat him twice, but you know that KD lost to LeBron that one. Yeah, you got that. You got that. But give the same energy when y'all said that LeBron was a baby when he faced the Spurs. A baby. Oh, he was just a baby. What was Durant when he went against Miami Heat? What was Russell? What was James? Where were they? Where were they? Beat them now. Beat them as grown men now. Because when they were grown men, you didn't beat them. Beat them as grown men. Grown men. I'm putting money up right now. Kevin Durant will be the finals MVP. Or Kevin Durant's team will win the finals. Book it. That's a dream view. That's a real view. Let's talk, comment, but I promise you, Kevin Durant, the greatest player in the league right now, no debates. I'm not even sure LeBron James is top 5 right now, but I will absolutely put him at number 5 off the top of my head. If I sat down and really thought about it, it may not be, but right now, off the top of my head, I will put him at number 5, 4 or 5. Let's talk about it.